Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am Patrick Lyons.
I'm Suzie Hunter. Patrick, whew, we got swept. We got swept this week.
Sweeper be sweeping.
Sweeper be sweeping, not in the fun way.
No,
not in the fun way.
It's not good to be a dust mite or a piece of lint at Coors Field.
Oh.
Because we got swept up.
Patrick, that was really poetic.
We didn't do the brooming, but we'll, of course, break down the rough two losses. Rockies had a 4-0 lead on Wednesday and on Thursday.
Well, they had a 4-1 lead on Thursday.
They're up 4-0, I think, yeah,
No.
I think they were 4-0 in both of those games. Either way, they bullpen.
They weren't up 4-0.
Talking about it.
They weren't up 4-0 today, but like we had identical scores for a really long time.
Scored 4 runs in the first inning.
But the Giants scored 1 run in the first inning.
They did. You're right. That's right.
I'm not
counting that Tyro Estrada home run. Like, I'm trying to block these things out. Technically, that would make it a 5-4 game. See, I didn't count that one. See, the final score was 6-4.
There we go.
But I want it to be 5-4. I didn't want that home run that Chase Anderson gave up. We'll break all of that down.
Yeah.
But let's start with like the positives.
Positives, we got some innings out of starters.
Got some innings out of
past
starters.
2 games.
And I think we might be able to call this the Nolan Jones series.
Ooh,
At least he broke out. He started to break out, went 5 for 11, 4 RBI, 3 stolen bases, and the big home run on Wednesday night.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that was just a massive home run. I want to talk about his stolen bases for a second, though. He stole his first career base on Tuesday, then his second on Wednesday, and then his third here on Thursday. I'm like, okay, like now that he's started, he's just going to consistently steal a base for us every day.
Yeah, that was pretty cool that he was able to do that consistently for a team that has not been stealing bases in general. And 2 of those 3 games, he did it as a first baseman, so that was kind of rare. I did throw it out to the Rockies communication assistant, Chase Remy. It's like, when was the last Rockies player, Rockies rookie at first base to get their first career stolen base as a first baseman? Like, first baseman don't steal bases. But Nolan Jones ended up doing that. He also had an RBI in all 3 games. He ended up having 2 today. But that big home run on Wednesday night, second deck, 483 feet, second longest home run in the majors this season, behind only Giancarlo Stanton, who is an enormous human being.
Enormous. Nolan Jones
guy.
is like very tall and slender. So the fact that he's keeping up with Giancarlo Stanton, that's pretty good.
That's impressive.
Called it, though. You called it because you were saying before Wednesday's game, you're like, listen, I've seen Nolan Jones hit an awful lot of home runs up to the top deck during BP.
Third deck.
He is cooking.
Yeah.
And he got the second deck in game. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think that was some of the questions right in post-game was just kind of a little bit about that because, as you said, he was cooking in BP. Moustakas was able to hit a couple I've seen in the third deck, but Jones has been doing it with regularity, and it's been pretty impressive. What's funny is the Stanton home run was also against San Francisco. So San Francisco just loves giving up some long home runs.
They love giving up some long home runs, but they're not going to give up any wins to the Rockies because they kind of own Coors Field.
Yeah, this is their 7th sweep now, and I want to say in 13 tries against the Rockies, 11 consecutive losses the Rockies have had against the Giants. The home run was also the second longest for Nolan Jones by a Rockies player under the age of 26. The other one being that quote-unquote 505-foot home run by Trevor Story that
Very
was
controversial,
commemorated in a bobblehead, and then they like recalculated and said, it was more like 487. So now Jones is right there.
Rude.
Maybe it's a bobblehead? The Nojo second deck bobblehead?
I think Nolan could definitely have a bobblehead. I don't think they'll get it together for this season, but next season, I could see a Nolan Jones bobblehead.
See, that's the company we need to start up. All off season, we had all these ideas of like, ooh, that's an idea to run with. If we could have a bobblehead company where we could have a bobblehead in 3 weeks where something happens and then you could get it like a month later, that would be...
Patrick,
you make a lot of money doing that.
I'm pretty sure we would be in breach of contract because we work with FOCO.
No, that's
really,
true.
we just need FOCO to listen to our ideas and make us some like quick turnaround bobbleheads.
Well, look, a friend of mine, I'll call him Michael Scott. He started a paper company and then was bought out by a much larger parent company, and it ended up working out well for him. So we'll see what happens with that.
Okay.
No,
Is that I don't watch The Office.
I know you're a Parks and Rec gal.
I'm a Parks and Rec girly, so yeah, I don't watch The Office. I don't get the. I've seen like many of the bits. Like there are some funny episodes, but like I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, you
right
should
now.
watch it because there's 2 Ryan Howards in the show: Ryan Howard, the temp, and Ryan Howard, the Phillies' first baseman. So,
Wait, really?
100%.
Really?
That's right. Yes. There's I believe, a Mike Lieberthal bobblehead on Dwight Schrute's desk. It's a baseball show.
You've told me this.
Yeah, it's a baseball show. I like that. Nolan Jones goes 3 for 3 on Thursday. And with runners on second and third, he was intentionally walked. The respect. The respect right there, huh?
I loved that. I was like, ooh, the Giants are scared of Nolan Jones, as they should be.
A little bit. Yeah.
They should be.
Got a double off of wiffle ball reliever Tyler Rogers, just kind of coming underneath there.
Yeah.
Looks like he's throwing a wiffle ball.
It does. I'm
pretty
glad
wild.
we got both Rogers twins pitching back to back during the series.
That was pretty cool.
We'll get into that more later.
Yeah,
We'll save it. We'll save it.
That was fun. But yeah, 11 consecutive losses against the Giants. Chase Anderson was really solid. He was another one of those highlights, as was Connor Seabold. We'll talk about him in just a second. But 7 strikeouts for Chase Anderson, his most since 2020 when he was a member of the Toronto Blue Jays. It's really only the second time he's had 7 or more strikeouts in the last 5 seasons. So only had 10 coming into the start in his 4 starts with the Rockies. So he was just really missing bats. And in fact, he talks about that right here, post-game, about 30 minutes ago. Here's our interview with Chase Anderson.
Overall good. I like to have a couple pitches back for Homer to for Estrada. I know those probably aren't homers in most parks, but they still count here. Overall, strikeouts are better today. I get more strikeouts today, so that just tells me myself is playing pretty good in this thin air, and just continuing to just pound the strike zone. I think the biggest thing was just attacking the zone with everything today. The cutter was really good. The changeup was really good, right on right. That was a really big pitch to get me out of some jams. Yeah, overall, felt pretty good.
What's been the key for pitching here? Because most of your starts have come with the Rockies have come in this ballpark, and obviously it's notorious for being Ayers Park. What's worked for you well here?
I think just kind of going back to throwing a sinker again. I never really threw a sinker, but throwing that pitch and getting it to the bottom of the strike zone, it sets up the changeup when you tunnel it off that, and then the cutter has been a big pitch over the last, I play 4, 5, or 6 years, but really here it really plays to get him off the fastball, and then pitching into righties is another pro that I've been able to get to that consistently and get some weak contact. But overall, just picking spots with the curveball and the slider, because I know they're not my best pitch, but picking spots with those pitches to make them still effective.
Was it the cutter that was mostly getting the strikeouts? Because you had 7 today, most of the season, most since 2020 for you.
Yeah, I think it was actually the fastball and the lefties, and then the changeup, and I think I got maybe 1 on the cutter. The first that Jock Peterson was the cutter. Wasn't a great pitch, but I got it by him.
I remember you on the first start here that you had this season, that you had a sense of like what would work here.
Yeah.
Well, has it worked like that over time? It's like kind of impressive that you had such a good sense of it right away. And has it changed now at all?
Just tinkering with the slider a little bit more, getting it to the edge, and it's more of a sweeper. I've learned that last year, and using that pitch to set up some of the harder cutter, which is kind of a gyro slider here. Doesn't truly cut sometimes it goes down like a gyro slider. But yeah, having a sense of what really plays here has really continued to help me make pitches and do well. The curveball is really hard to throw here unless you have a really, really good one. But just continuing to refine execution on the pitches that do play here, I think that's been the key.
Is it tough to pitch as well as you have been and just not be able to get that win? How do you deal with that frustration?
I mean, it is frustrating, right? But if I go out and do my job and put the team in a good position, that's kind of all I can do. I try not to worry about that stuff. I mean, my job is to start the game and, hope to finish it someday. But just to put our team in a chance to win the game and set the tone. You guys did a great job coming out and giving me a lead today, so I could pitch to the contact a little bit more. And, overall the bullpen did really good holding it down. So I think the biggest thing is just continue to do my job and stay in my lane and control what I control. And, the wins will hopefully come.
Chase would like to have those 2 pitches to Estrada and Conforto back. He might also want to have that last comment back about the bullpen being good today because they were not. Also, did you notice in the background there was an orange shirt in his locker? I have a feeling you're going to be talking about that tomorrow.
Yes.
How about that for a teaser?
It's more of a salmon shirt.
Yeah, how about that for a teaser?
Yeah,
We're going to talk about a shirt that was in the background of a locker.
Yes.
Actually, amazing story. You got to watch tomorrow. That's a 1:00 show.
It's
too.
a 1:00 show. Yeah, I had to. We're just gonna plug the Suzie show tomorrow, real fast right now, because
at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms.
on all platforms.
Oh, we're not wrapping up the show though, are we?
No.
You've tricked me into it. You tricked me.
Is this an ad read? We had to move the Suze show to 1:00 tomorrow because if I were to do it at 5:00, too close to the Nuggets game, too much
Rude.
going on. So I will be bringing y'all some fresh content tomorrow at 1:00.
How rude
And yeah,
is
we're gonna hear
Nuggets.
from Chase Anderson a little bit more because we learned a little bit about his past.
That's it.
It was really sweet.
It was good. It was good. Bullpen, not good. And we've been saying it for about a week now. Like the closer spot was the one that was the obvious one. And we've been saying, hey, at a certain point, the relief corps, they're getting worn down. They're doing all right so far, but it's going to catch up with them a little bit. It caught up with them in this series.
It's definitely caught up with them. And I hate, I've obviously been reading the tweets that have come in to us all game.
Yeah.
And people are like, this bullpen's garbage. I'm like, this bullpen's not garbage. This bullpen's incredible. This bullpen's just exhausted.
The bullpen is a very nice and expensive laptop that has just been used a lot. In a very short amount of time. It's been taken backpacking. People have spilled cans of soda on it. It's been abused. It's been overused. Dare we say?
Jeff Houston of AT&T Sportsnet has an incredible analogy that I love about the bullpen. The bullpen is like tires. When you get a new set of tires, it's like any given year, you've got a certain number of miles you can put on them. So you can use them all up and wear them out, and then you're not going to have much left for the rest of the year, or you can spread it out and then you'll have that mileage for the whole season.
It's true.
So I loved that analogy because that's where I feel like we're at right now, where the wheels are coming off a little bit.
And how many miles per gallon are the Rockies bullpen getting? We don't have that part?
No.
Oh, man. All right. Do we need gas?
No, we need to.
Oh, okay. Well, there's gas in the tank?
There's gas in the tank.
It's just
It's
the
not
tires.
the gas. It's just the tires. Those treads are getting worn down.
Struts are fine?
I don't know what a strut
Shocks?
is.
I don't either. I've devoted my life to baseball.
I don't know anything about cars.
I've legitimately never changed a tire, by the way.
I've never.
Kale just whipped his head and be like, what? Well, some of it is luck, right? You got to admit. Luck and or skill. Look, I weave around those nails in construction sites. I'm good like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've never changed a tire, but
yeah,
because
that's
people
what's up.
change them for me. Well, why would I change a tire?
I'm a
I
good.
have AAA for a reason.
I avoid potholes and I get stares from my producer.
I
What
wish
the hell?
you guys could see Kale's face right now. He's actually crying, laughing at us.
I've never needed to change one.
No, oh my God. Are you on a mic? Could anyone hear you say that? He said it's definitely not with you. That is what he said about his laughter right now.
The Rockies are at a point right now where they've got a flat tire. They need to change a new tire. I mean, they've got guys that are down in AAA right now that are healthy. Noah Davis, he's a starter. So, I mean, if you want to use him as a long reliever, you can, or make Dinelson Lamet the long reliever and then put Noah Davis back into the rotation. That sounds nice. Nick Mears is down there in AAA doing some things. Gavin Hollowell's been pretty good since he came back from the IL. So there are options if Buddy and the team does want to go that route. Because, giving up 3 runs in the 9th like that between Pierce Johnson, Brent Suter on Wednesday night, it wasn't really great, but
It's uncharacteristic of what we've seen of them all season.
Yeah.
And I hate their legacies being spoiled like this.
sure. Look, we said it. They are the backbone of this team going into the year, and the back has been broken a little bit, and that's not the back's fault, right?
Yeah.
I don't blame my back when it hurts.
Yeah. You blame what you did to it.
That's right.
Oh, analogies.
Whoa.
Analogy city over here.
And I take great care of my tires.
Kale,
so
you got to clip that. Yeah, you do.
I take great care of my tires. Just saying, I'm not one of these people that swaps them out for a little donut. People, come on. Just don't get a flat tire. That's all you have to do. Just don't get a flat tire and you never have to change one. It's that simple.
This reminds me of when you talk about how good people will be like, Patrick, you have such a good memory. You're like, yo, you know why? Because I just don't forget. It's that easy.
That one kind of makes sense. This flat tire thing, no, you can't avoid it.
They're the
it's luck.
same. They're the same thing.
They're
They
kind
are
of
the
the
same
same.
sentence.
But you know what's unlike anything else? The experience here at Baby Ball on the corner of
go.
Colfax, New York, the DNVR bar, especially for our diehards, because you're getting 15% off all of your food and drink. You're actually going to get in absolutely for free for any of the Nuggets. We shouldn't even say the Nuggets watch party. We should say NBA Finals watch party.
NBA Finals
'cause
watch
that's
parties.
what it is.
Yeah, you're not getting charged a cover if you're a
Nope.
diehard. Everyone else who comes in, they're paying a cover. But of course, like everyone who
$10
comes in is getting the ticket for a free Breck Brew.
Yeah, so it pretty much
Yeah.
pays for itself. It's only 10
Yeah.
to get if you're not a diehard. And again, if you're not, what are you waiting for?
What are you doing? And if you're a diehard, you
on
also
that.
get, that diehard discount on the Rockies takeover. We have one on Saturday. There are still
do.
some tickets available. I will be there, like not working, like as a spectator, as a fan.
Technically, your role for the day is chaperone.
That's
Right?
very unfortunate if anyone's expecting me to keep an eye on anything.
Well, no, but that's good. You're gonna like raise the bar. We're like, oh, I'm
I'm the drunkest chaperone to ever exist.
gonna turn my attention elsewhere rather than actually keep things orderly. So it's the best kind.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? As a chaperone, I will make sure everyone gets plenty of Breck Brews on the bus there. All you can drink Breck Brews on the bus. Like, this is going to be such a fun day. And it's a day
Yeah.
game, too, so it's going to be beautiful out.
Keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, it's a day game. It's
right.
a 1:00 game or 1:10 game. So yeah, all you have to worry about is getting your butt down to the DNVR bar no later than noon. The bus is going to take you there. It's going to get you all Breck Brewed up.
It's great.
And you're going to have a fun time. You're going to get a ride back. Me and my friends are going to be there. I'm like so excited. It's going to be such a fun Saturday.
I'm sure.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. It's like prime home run territory out there too.
That's true. Yeah.
Because a homer went out there today.
And we're kind of due a little bit. I know there
Mm-hmm.
was a couple today, but it still was a very light homer hitting series.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
A lot more so.
What's the weather going to be like on
This
Saturday? Let me
weekend.
find out.
I do know that if Spence is gonna be there, he's gonna be rocking some exquisite pins and aces gear.
Oh, you know it.
Caps, shirts. I mean, the button downs are fantastic. We're getting really close for me to unveil my button down. I'm very
button
excited
down
about
did you
that.
order?
I got one. It's white. It's very breathable. It's very comfortable. I'm not going to be hot in it. So like that was kind of why I targeted that. I already got the red pins and aces cap.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. And golf right now is blowing up with all the news in the world with the Live Tour and the PGA and all that stuff. So like if you notice more people are talking about golf and you notice people are talking a lot more about pins and aces, well, just use code DNVR when you do go to pinsandaces.com and you're going to get 15% off your first order with free shipping as well at pinsandaces.com. And when you use promo code DNVR on Game Time tickets, you actually get $20 off your first purchase. The cool thing about Game Time that I love so much is that you save money. Are we swelling the ad read?
I don't think that's actually on air.
It was.
Oh, it was?
Look, Game Time Tickets is throbbing with great deals because the cool thing is, like, if you're buying weeks in advance, okay, great, you're paying at the top of the market, sure. But as you get closer to the event on the day of, a lot of those scalpers or folks that just have tickets and they're trying to get rid of those tickets, you can they sit out there on the market a little bit longer with Game Time, up to about an hour, and so you can get up to about 60% off face value. So it's pretty great. It's pretty great overall.
Right now, Nuggets tickets for Monday here in
In
Denver,
Denver.
starting at $704, not $7.04.
Oh man,
But Rockies tickets tomorrow, if you want to go tomorrow and to the takeover, starting at $11.
so game five for the NBA Finals is $684. You said.
700. Oh,
But
because
you
of the
meant-
deal.
you
Because
meant
of the
684.
deal. Yes. Oh,
I
that's some
see.
quick math. Don't ever ask
Code
me to do
DNVR.
math on this show, Patrick. Like, how dare you?
I won't. 4-run first inning today on Thursday.
That was so fun.
And then
then
nothing
nothing.
else. And then Alex
Absolutely nothing.
Cobb just like shut him down and just was dealing, did a nice job. They had stranded the bases loaded twice. We are still waiting for a grand slam.
No grand slams. We
We've
haven't had one since
0 grand slams
2021.
since you've been with our company.
Okay, relax.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just pointing out you haven't seen one. You haven't seen one as a paid employee of DNVR. If you think about it like that.
I guess so.
We're also, and I thought I jinxed it. I don't know if I tweeted this out or someone that runs my account does.
Your
Are we-
account?
Are we doing that
Your
a bit?
personal
Are we
account?
doing that a bit for my account
Your
too?
social. What did your social
Yeah.
media manager do to
Oh,
you?
it's a team actually. But my social media team might have put something out there. I think we're at 75 consecutive games where the Rockies have not gone to extra innings. It's actually the longest drought, if you want to call it a drought,
Yeah.
in franchise history. This is the longest they've ever gone without having an extra inning game. Doesn't necessarily mean anything,
Yeah,
but it's just weird, right?
Is this good or bad? Yeah,
It's just weird.
It is weird. Like, and we've just also had like all of these games have been so fast. Like the fact that our longest game was 3:28 and it felt like a million years. We're so spoiled.
We're blessed.
I know. I was like, is today going to go into extras? Like, what's going to happen? I cannot believe we haven't seen extra innings. We've not gotten any free baseball yet.
No. Camille Duvall, 102 miles an hour today. 2 saves back-to-back days. I think Andrew Baggerly from The Athletic was saying that like he's been like the most dominant of Giants closers that he's seen. More dominant than what's his name with the big beard? I just drew a blank. Brian. That guy. Who's the lead singer of
You're talking about a singer?
the Beach Boys? No, they happen to share the same name. I'm drawing a blank. I'm thinking Brian Davis, but no. Who's the closer for the Giants during the World Series?
Give me your sheet.
Brian, it's not on there. You're not picking up what I'm putting down.
No, I don't know. I know. I'm really not.
Everyone's just their minds are blown away. Like, how do you not remember
Patrick, if you wanted to remember it, you should have just not forgotten it.
Brian Wilson?
Oh, Brian. Oh my gosh.
See what I did there? Didn't remember the name, but I knew he had the same name of Brian Wilson, the crazy piano guy from the Beach Boys.
Oh my God. Thank you, Kale.
That's it.
Kale coming in clutch, ladies and gentlemen.
Kale, you might be the new closer for the Colorado Rockies, the way you saved today's show just now. Connor Seabold's start, unfortunately, was not saved. Dude so Andrew Mason, it was nice seeing him. He was in the press box.
I
right?
never met Andrew Mason, which is like actually so funny.
Pops in, and because he kind of has that luck, I feel like everywhere he goes, something good is going to happen. And we're going back and forth. And then after the 5th inning, we both looked at each other and said, yeah, we need to like focus a little more on this game. We were focused, but we'd have little things here and there because that was our way of kind of saying, hey, there's a no-hit bid going on right now. Let's lock in on the game.
That was fun.
That was fun. It was fun. Seabold ended up bringing it into the 6th inning before Lamont Wade Jr. did a single, only gave up 2 hits total. They both ended up scoring, unfortunately. 50th pitcher in Rockies history to go 6 innings or more and only give up 2 hits or less. Herman Marquez has done it the most time in 16 different appearances in games. He's done
Marquez.
that. Seabold has never thrown a no-hitter before. I figured like in Little League, he probably threw like 18. He never threw one. He said the closest he got was like in college.
Yeah.
That was it when he was at Cal State Fullerton. But he had never really gotten that far before. So that's also another fun one that you'll get to see tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the DNVR Sports Channel, live here on YouTube. Over his last 2 starts, 11 1/3 innings pitched, 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, a little bit higher than normal. He was better on Wednesday night and 9 strikeouts. So Chase and Connor both coming in and giving some length because this bullpen really needs to take a break.
Yeah.
And they can only do that if the starting rotation is going deep into games.
And we've talked about this with Buddy, one of these pre-games. But yeah, the idea of we're going to have to start pushing starters to go a little longer than they want to.
Yeah.
It's tough, though, because all of our starters that we started with this season are injured, or most of them.
I think you can win a game with 3 legs of the 4-legged stool in baseball working, right? You got starting pitching, relief pitching, defense, and your offense. And they only got 4 runs today and 4 runs yesterday, but they got them in early and they had the lead, and you would have said, all right, well, then they've got enough. They've got 3 of the 4 legs. But if the bullpen is giving up runs late, like they've been, you can't necessarily win the game. So I guess one of those 3 legs that are working, it's got to be the bullpen, but it just hasn't been the case, unfortunately.
Bullpen's so tired.
It is. Charlie Blackmon should be tired for running 2 bases 300 times, 300th double.
Oh, yeah, a huge milestone for Charlie. Congratulations.
Yeah, 2 RBI double in the 2nd inning on Wednesday night. This was a cool note from the Rockies game notes last night. Only active player in the majors right now with at least 300 doubles, 60 triples, and 200 home runs.
No way.
That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
I mean, it is a lot of unique qualifiers.
It's very unique.
He's also, as far as I know, the only player in MLB history to have 200 home runs, 60 triples, a gigantic beard, and likes fly fishing. So if you really, if you know how to use words well, you can words well. You know what I mean? as I just clearly showed I can word.
Well said, Patrick.
Happy wording
Are
to
we
all of
okay?
us.
We're just crawling to the end of this series.
We kind of are. All right, were the Giants fans more or less annoying than normal?
They were fine.
They were mid-tier annoying.
They were kind of they were fine. I don't know.
There were a couple times the last 2 days where it was just like, like you're looking away, or if you're going back to the cafeteria to grab some fruit or something. Obviously, I'm only speaking about myself, because you're more of a Skittles gal. But you hear the crowd erupt, and you're like, all right, what'd the Rockies do? And you're like, oh, Casey Schmidt got a single, and you're like,
it was the
No,
Giants. Yeah, they are.
no.
Especially, I think I noticed it the most on Wednesday, because I think a lot of Rockies fans, are also Nuggets fans. So maybe they wanted to,
Right.
stay back and watch the game, maybe at the DNVR bar. I don't know. But there was one of the nights, there was a callback of let's go Rockies, let's go Giants.
Yeah.
And it was back and forth. So that was kind of interesting. But I'm like, oh man, these guys are loud.
I have a good friend who's a Giants fan, and he was a Giants fan before the Rockies came around. And I think he had tickets to a couple games. He went to one, and he was just like, I'm good. So, Giants were under 500 coming into the series with 3 straight wins. They are now over 500. And now the Rockies are now sitting dead last in the National League West. No, yes, they've been in the bottom of the National League West, bottom of the National League.
Just
Hard stop.
The bottom of the National League.
The bottom.
Man.
Randall Grichuk, we're seeing the bottom of his socks, because that's all we're able to see, because he's got his pants down now. What's going on with that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So first of all, you told me to go ask him about it. You're like, go ask him about his pants situation. I'm like, Patrick, what?
His pantuation, right?
Well, no, I'm not asking anyone about a pants situation. It's more of a sock situation.
All right.
But yeah, no, the past 3 games, he has not worn his trademark high socks. He's
Nope.
worn the pants over them. And we asked him why, and he's like, I just felt like mixing it up.
Well, I think he also said, I'm not sure. I might go high socks today, or
Yeah,
he knew, but he tried to play it off no, it really is just just whimsy, being whimsical.
I
whimsy.
think he's being whimsical.
If Randall Grichuk, if you're listening to this, you are not whimsical.
I
Sorry.
think he's whimsical.
There's nothing wrong with being whimsical.
I think he's whimsical. I don't think whimsical's an insult.
No, I know, but
What?
That's the bit. It's hey, you're not whimsical. Ouch! I don't know how am I supposed to take
I think
that.
if someone said I wasn't whimsical, I would be offended.
It depends on the person. Well, because you possess the ability to have whimsy. Hence, that's the definition of whimsical.
So full of whimsy.
Possessing whimsy. All right, we've got some whimsy to do some retweet rewind, because we had some fun stuff on Twitter at
We did.
DNVR_Rockies,
Yeah, in
right?
case you're not keeping up with what we have to say on social media, boy, you should.
should.
Here it is. We're going to catch you up now.
Yeah, but we're also going to tell you to go to shadyrays.com too, because when you use promo code DNVR, you buy one, get one free, which is great. And then you can also technically get another one free, because if you lose or break your glasses, they'll send you a new pair.
They will.
So technically it's 2+ glasses that you're going to get for the price of one. If you go to the Park Meadows Mall, you can get 50% off a pair of shades when you buy 2 or more polarized, and they're great. And they've got a money back guarantee within 30 days. So if you don't like your shades, you are. But if you don't, hey, that's fine. There are people out there that don't know and they don't fit right. You'll get a full refund.
Yeah. Sometimes you like it online and it's not what you thought it was going to be on your face.
But I tell you what, that's why they've got over 200,000 5-star reviews online, because people are either loving their product or they're loving the customer service. Either way, you can't miss out. Head over to shadyrays.com and use that promo code DNVR, and head over to Breck Brew to find out where you can get some Mile High City Golden Ale, because rumor is there's kind of a shortage right now.
Yeah, because
In
everyone's
a good
drinking
way.
it. It's so good.
But-
That's my favorite
Yeah.
Breck. That is my favorite of all the Breck beers.
And there's only a shortage in the Denver area. So obviously this is going out to the entire Rocky Mountain region. I don't think it works on YouTube East Coast. Is that a thing? No, but anywhere you're at watching the show, you can probably get it, unless you're in the center of Denver. So go to breckbrew.com, head to the Breck Brew locator, type in your zip code, and they'll go ahead and tell you right away, hey, just the liquor store right down the street. Boom, you can get it. Kind of celebrate that thing and have a piece of the Nuggets with you all throughout the NBA Finals. It's really cool.
Beautiful. That was poetic. That was poetic.
I think it was really cool, and you captured this in a photograph. Kyle Freeland, very cool, with his Jamal Murray jersey.
Oh, it's okay, Kale. We forgive you.
I'm gonna find the right one. There we go.
So yeah, Kyle Freeland was working out yesterday as in Wednesday, in this Jamal Murray jersey. It's a white jersey, and he was wearing it with the City Connect t-shirt underneath. I think this is such a vibe. I think that looks great with the green and the white. Like, the colors all kind of complement each other. That is a vibe. That is a look. It's a vibe. And also that low-key looks like an album cover.
It does.
Like,
mid-stride. That looks really dope.
He's ready to collab with MGK.
The colors, who says they haven't yet?
Oh my gosh, I would love to see that.
Could Kyle
Let's get Kyle on the album.
enter the ranks of athletes who tried to do music a little bit? Tried and succeeded, hopefully, but also tried their hand at music? I don't know.
Why not?
He did let me know MGK is dropping a rap album this summer, which I wasn't aware. So he's going back to rap.
Really?
Yeah, we had a conversation about it.
No way.
Not every conversation I have is for air, but that's kind of neat. I was like, oh, all right.
Well, this is the gossip I want to hear, you know?
Well, jump into the Diehards Only Discord, because that's the only time I talk to you off camera. No, so speaking of things that got a lot of people talking and buzzing about, and this was last month, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it. Fitting now with the Padres coming to town. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson, is he like a secret Padres fan?
Okay, this is actually so rude of Russell Wilson. Like, what the hell am I looking at right now? He is a Denver athlete. He is supposed to be our dude, and he is running around not only wearing a different baseball jersey that is not Rockies, the team that drafted him, mind you, that is a division rival. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is maybe the worst thing Russell Wilson has ever done.
And on top of that, we know where you got that snake from, okay? Taylor Swift's Redemption Tour. So you're kind of coming at both of us, Russ.
Nonsense. Do you really think it's called the Redemption Tour?
I thought I was doing so well.
No.
So much for this being the clip of the day.
It's reputation.
That's the next one. I was talking with Kyle about MGK and Taylor Swift's Redemption Tour coming up. That's 2026. They're slow playing it out. It's gonna be good.
Okay, Patrick.
Apparently, no. Apparently, this was like one of his kids' like little league teams. So, but if you're Russell Wilson, you got to be able to donate some of that cashish to be like, hey, make sure we're on like the Rockies or Rangers. He was with the Rangers for a minute. Even the Yankees. He's technically still a New York Yankee. They don't have his rights.
Oh, that's actually really funny.
Yeah. So I would allow that. I'd give him a pass for those.
But I can't excuse the Padres. There's no excuse to ever wear a Padres jersey if you live in Denver.
Yeah. That's it.
Shame, shame, shame.
Do you think he actually coaches the Little League team, or is he just like the juice box guy?
Oh, I kind of hope that he's both.
Kale, do you got a take on this?
Kale,
he's like, I don't want to talk about Russell Wilson.
Kale has been like working 24/7 with this NBA Finals situation.
Yeah.
Poor Kale. I mean, like, good for him, because like you're having the time of your life, right? So much fun, he says.
So much
but
time,
he's
so much life.
Tired.
He is.
So tired.
He's a tired
so
boy.
Sleepy.
Yes. Well, we want him to continue to have a good time. We don't want to jinx that. Just like we don't want to jinx a no-hitter, even though someone who runs our account, we don't know who, may have jinxed the no-hitter, because this was the moment in which the hit was given up.
How can you say that this is the tweet that jinxed the no-hitter when it's a screenshot of MLB.com announcing that there's a no-hitter going on? If anything, MLB.com jinxes the no-hitters.
Wait a minute. Are you being defensive because you sent the tweet? Or are you supporting whoever did it?
I'm just supporting whoever did that.
Oh, okay. All right, you're team player.
I don't know who
right.
tweeted that. Yeah, I'm a team player. I don't throw my coworkers under the bus like some people.
Guilty.
Like some jerks over here.
Guilty. Yeah, no, to be fair, I took a photograph of the scoreboard, and it was Lamont Wade. And I was like, I'm not going to do anything with this. I was conflicted. Mace also did it too. And I was like, basically, I've never seen so many zeros before on the scoreboard. And then Wade singled. So you know what? Hey, look, jinxing a no-hitter is a national pastime. Everybody's participating in that.
And now DNVR Rockies has participated.
Yeah.
It really did happen right after that tweet went up.
It did.
Like really right after. It's very unfortunate.
Now,
but it was kind of cool to see that. To see the no-hitter bug on a Rockies game. And it's for us.
Buddy said before today's game that 5th inning, 6th inning is kind of when his no-hitter radar goes up. So like, I guess MLB.com agrees. Like that's really when you start talking about it.
I think they put it up in the 6th.
I feel like fifth,
I think it's the
fifth
sixth.
is still great,
Yeah.
but 6 is when you got to get serious.
Sixth
and
is
pay
when
attention.
they put up the bug.
Yeah,
Because
for
it wasn't
sure.
up in the fifth.
That makes sense. We are taking over the ballpark on Saturday against the Padres.
We are.
But maybe the Cornhuskers could be taken over too.
Oh yeah, because it's Nebraska Day, so it's like it's not like we have
Yeah.
to deal with it. Like it's a special ticket that like Nebraska idiots get. So
Yes, that's one way of putting it. So yeah, they'll be quiet. But is the mascot could be down on the field?
I think the mascot will be there. I think his name is Big Dumb Red.
Bob's Big Boy. It's one of those two, or it could be a amalgamation of both of those things.
Yeah.
All right, NBA Finals are going strong here. We got some NBA Finals tweets from the @DNVR_Rockies
Okay.
account on Twitter. Stephen A. Smith, big time Rockies fan.
Huge Rockies fan.
Huge Rockies
he
fan.
wore all purple. I
Purple
think this
suit.
was this Wednesday? What night was this? No, was this Sunday? I think this was Sunday.
Yeah, game 2.
This was game 2.
He
yeah.
was what we call purple suiting it.
He was purple suiting it. Yeah,
He's-
he looks like he's ready for a Rockies game.
Yeah, no, he's a big supporter. You like to see that. And I'm kind of curious the difference between officiating an NBA Finals and umpiring a Rockies game, because the strike zone earlier this week against the Diamondbacks, that it just looks like it's not supposed to look like Christmas like that.
This is a messy, messy strike zone.
It's very messy. It's not good.
There's no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to this one.
Or
who
we-
was the home plate ump this game?
Not Phil Cuzzy, though. America's darling, Phil Cuzzy. He was there. It was good to see him at the ballpark for these 3 days. Right?
I can't say that I like personally interacted with him.
He just Phil Cuzzy. I mean, he looks like a Phil Cuzzy, doesn't he?
Sure.
I think he does.
Okay.
I think he does. We'll see. I think we're giving away a free shirt to the person who looks the most like Phil Cuzzy at our NBA Finals watch party. Is that an official thing or no? But if Phil Cuzzy, you show up, you get in for free. Everyone else is $10. Diehards, it's free for you. But if you do pay the cover charge of $10, you do get a free Breck brew. So pretty much pays for itself.
Good deal.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously, 15% off if you are a diehard. The Rakia.
Shots.
Rakia shots, man. Serbia's finest. And you said it's a type of whiskey?
It's no. It's like a brandy. It's like a brandy.
a brandy.
Is it a brandy or is it like a brandy? It is a brandy.
It is a
okay,
brandy.
it is a brandy.
See, now that's why I'm on the fence, because I was more of a Monica guy in the Boy Is Mine R&B duet. And so I don't know if I want to get on the brandy
Okay,
train.
Y2K King.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm following you. That was good. Okay, you're finally speaking my language, Patrick.
Thank you. I was gonna say I haven't heard anybody reference Monica in like a decade, and I still haven't, because technically it shouldn't count if I'm the one referencing Monica. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm a big Kelly Williams fan. All right, let's have some gossip here. I think, right?
All right, we got a few pieces of gossip going on.
What's up for Ata from Turkey?
Oh my gosh.
In the house.
Fans from Turkey, let's go. Do they like the Rockies in Turkey? Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Got a good soccer team over there.
Patrick,
I know that.
did you hear Joey Weimer of the Brewers has been sporting a mohawk, and it is all the rage with Milwaukee fans.
Ooh,
It is huge in Wisconsin right now. Patrick, is this true?
It's got to be, because when I saw him in the Arizona Fall League, it was just curly golden locks, and it was kind of like Syndergaard's hair, but curly. So if he mohawked it, then I mean they got to be having a giveaway. That's too late. It's our business of
Yes.
promotions within like a month-long period hasn't come to fruition. So I'm thinking fans have made these, and yeah, they're making the rounds. Bootleg Joey Weimer mohawks. Sold in the parking lot at American Family Field. Got to be a thing.
I wish it was a thing,
What?
Patrick. No, it's actually his mullet that his teammates are obsessed with. Corbin Burns called the young player the best player on the planet, the best hitter on the planet, rather. But Yelich said that it's going to be the haircut of the summer because of how well he has been doing for the Brewers. Forget that the mullet has been a thing for a while, and like
Yeah.
lots of dudes have them, lots of baseball players have them. Mullets are kind of like the prime it's like such a good haircut for a baseball player
It
because
is.
you're not going to have like all that hair stuck under your hat or your helmet.
True. And it allows the lettuce to really breathe out the back.
It really allow if you want to
Like
let
this.
that, if you want to have the flow going.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like I have a perm more than anything, but we'll talk about that another time. I like that.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee mullet.
The Milwaukee
go.
mullet, yeah. It's a
down.
whole thing right now. It's
I'm down.
Sweeping the state.
I like that. That's the kind of sweep I can get behind.
Okay. Too soon. Did you hear, Patrick, that Mike Trout will serve as the official MLB ambassador for Hoagies?
Yes. No, I didn't actually hear that, but it does sound like some things I have been hearing. Look, when I go in my local Jersey Mike's, it is my favorite sub place. It's the only sub place to go. I do hear all
And
the
he is
employees.
a Jersey Mike.
Literally.
He's
That's
literally
right.
a Jersey Mike.
I look, that's all they can talk about when they're making my sandwich. They're like, oh man, Mike Trout this, Mike Trout that. So you know what? And I think they do have a signage there at Angel Stadium. So it makes sense.
No, they have a Jersey Mike's there. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no signage? No
I know there
signage?
is a signage. No, I
Yeah.
think it's
It's
because
both.
there's a Jersey Mike's.
It's a package deal.
Yeah.
And it's a package deal that Jersey Mike has to represent Jersey Mike. So I hope those rumors are true.
You know what? It's not true, but it's
What?
even better. So actually, Mike Trout will serve as the official MLB ambassador for mental health, which I think is absolutely incredible. So Trout actually, his brother-in-law lost his life to suicide in 2018.
I did not know that.
And like, yeah, it's his wife's brother, and like they've been together forever. So obviously, that's a very close member of his family.
brother, yeah.
So that really opened his eyes to mental health issues. So he and his wife Jessica, they've made that their mission to help others, and now he is going to be leading MLB in this initiative, which I think is incredible.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I had heard that piece and I'm like, wow, we're really making, maybe they're still not even leaps. They're still just steps, right? We were just talking about this, I feel like yesterday, Wednesday afternoon, about mental health and anxiety and all this stuff, and Jacob deGrom crying. And it's like, now we've got like a spokesman here and Mike Trout. So I think that's perfect. That's awesome to hear.
I love this. And
Yeah,
he's
same.
to have a big star in the game like Mike Trout
Sure.
behind this. I think that's huge.
Yeah, no, I
Good
like
for
that.
you, Mike Trout. Thank you for what you're doing. All right, I
So-
got one more. I got one more piece of gossip for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Patrick, did you hear that the young man who caught Ellie De La Cruz's first home run negotiated to get a photo shoot for his friends, a meet and greet, and signed balls also for all of his friends? Did you hear this?
No, but I saw all of it online. It was amazing.
It's just 100% true. This is incredible.
Thank God. It's great. Yeah, this kid is a king.
Also, like this pic in their interview room, that goes hard. Like they
It looks
set
good.
up lighting.
Yeah, that looks really cool with the
Like,
red curtain in the background.
Him and all the boys just getting balls, hanging out with Ellie. Like this is so much fun.
There's so much to talk about with this home run because it was just so high it almost left the stadium. Apparently, the Cincinnati airport, it like showed up on their radar because it was up so
No. Oh, I
high.
didn't see that.
Yes, and then one of the kids with a black T-shirt, he almost cost his friend the ball because the kid who ended up getting it, like it bounced off his hands, and his buddy in the black shirt was pushing him like, "Oh my God!" But he didn't catch it, like it bounced off his hands. So his buddy's like, "Get out of my way, dude! We're not celebrating yet. I did not get the ball." And then I saw like the image of a Reds representative like sitting down, like, "What do you want?" And they're all like together. So I made a list before I started working for DNVR. It must have been 2016 when Ichiro was at 2,999. And on my phone, I'm like, what am I going to want?
Oh, you have to come in prepared. Yeah. What's your wish list?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I'm like, you can start crazy big and then it'll whittle down and hopefully you still get it. I would have asked for 2 golden tickets to every Rockies game at that point.
Okay.
So like I get to get in for free. Definitely would have needed to have met Ichiro. Definitely, a bat and a ball, a signed jersey, other little things that maybe the Rockies could provide on their half, in addition to the Marlins. But if you go back and actually watch the clip of when Ichiro hit the triple, I can see myself. I was the first one out of my seat, and I started walking down the row before I realized I wasn't getting out.
Oh my
I wasn't the guy
gosh.
who climbed over the railing on top of the auxiliary scoreboard, because there was a guy who did that. But I had a light blue shirt on, similar to this color, light blue cap. If you watch that, someone gets up right away and starts going down a couple rows. That was me. I was ready to get my 3,000th hit Ichiro ball.
I like that a lot. I think we've talked to McCovey Cove Dave.
Yeah.
And his thing, so like, he got, he's gotten many milestone home runs, including Charlie Blackmon's 200th.
Nice.
That splash hit.
Right.
And I think the thing that he always asks for, he just wants to, he'll give up the ball. He just wants to meet the player.
That's kind of better.
But it was tough for him last year, and especially the year before too, because of the pandemic. It's harder to like arrange those meetings.
Right.
I don't think that's so much of an issue now, but
Yeah.
last season, the season before, definitely an issue.
Yeah, everybody's different. I went through my phases where you want to get an autograph, and then you get to a certain point where like just a moment with the person is cool, like shake hands, be like, dude, I was at that game where you did whatever, and like, oh, thanks, I appreciate that. And you're like, I treated that person like a human being. Yeah, like a celebrity, because I was giving them praise, but it's more of a moment for yourself. You don't really get a moment if you get a ball. You have the ball, but you don't have a moment. And I feel like it's almost more unique and maybe more special to kind of go that route and not have a tangible item. It's cool to have it, and if you do, sometimes you can get both. But I'd almost more lean towards like just a cool moment.
And you know what? The thing I liked about this kid too, who caught De La Cruz's home run, also negotiated to get on Red's Twitter. Like, that is bold. Like, because look at him. He's on Twitter. I'm assuming that was part of the negotiation. He's like, nah, you're putting this on social media.
Well,
let's go.
Truth be told, we do have the same social media team. So that's why I knew that wasn't gossip. I knew that one was legit. We'll see if we can kind of loop them in and work with our social media team on Twitter at DNVR_Rockies. They're already crushing it for me. Follow me at Patrick D. Lyons and my entire social media team on Twitter.
And you can follow me, just me, at the Suzie Hunter on many platforms.
Including Slack.
Yeah. I'm at the Suzie Hunter on Slack.
True. I mean, you got to be in the special kind of area for that, but that's besides the point. This has been wonderful. We are the only ones providing momentum here on the baseball side in Denver.
Yes.
Nuggets are doing it for the city, but we're doing it on the baseball side. But Suzie, I think you have an idea what that kind of momentum, what it actually truly means.
I do, but I want to hear you say it.
That momentum is only as good as your next show, and thankfully it's going to be a good one tomorrow at 1 p.m. right here on the DNVR Sports Channel, live on YouTube.